Hey, how's it everyone? Happy Monday. And we're back for another stream of the Outer Wilds 2. Outer Wilds. I keep doing that. Outer Worlds 2. Maybe they should change the name. Maybe they should change the name just for me and my brain. Although I do know that other people have made that mistake too. So, yeah. So we're going to do more Outer Worlds 2. I think we're at the point where we're just basically kind of the plan is to start gathering supplies, ammunition, stuff like that. Because I think we're nearing the end game. I'm not sure how long the last quest is. I think this is the last quest. But yeah, so we're going to go ahead and hit that. Sit back, relax, and here we go. Well, not here we go right away because I've got to actually like switch over here and then launch the game. Except we don't have to go through that entire like really long shaders thing again. I don't think we do. I don't think we do anyway. Hi, Momi. How are you doing? Happy New Year. How are you? Launching game. Played for almost 50 hours now. Yeah, how was your holidays, Momi? Doing good, and you? Oh, not too bad. I had a good break. Had a good holiday with my mom visiting. Still looking for work, but you know, there's good days and bad days.
To this anti-order partnership, purpleberry scented skip drives, designer rift modulators.
Holidays were amazing, and here it's summer, so I'm melting. Oh, that's right, you're Southern Hemisphere. Up here, it's like, I think the lows are in the 30s. Like, 30 degrees Fahrenheit. Why does the US actually still use Fahrenheit? It's freezing? Yeah, it's pretty cold up here. I don't think there was any place I wonder if there's anything over here. What's the chances that there's something over there? Wish you could see snow. You know, I thought that too. I grew up in Hawaii, and like seeing snow is kind of exciting. That, you know, for the first couple times, and then I just realized it's cold and wet. And oh my God, you're so loud. Okay, because that's the N-ray thing over there, I think. Got that same game recently, and it's pretty fun. Yeah. You're friendly. Nearby hazard. I think there's a minefield, probably, right? Got to see snow, and it's like hard and uncomfortable. It's just pretty to watch. Yeah. It kind of depends. Actually, like powdered snow, like as it's falling, is pretty cool. And cold, but I've also been snowed in before, and it just becomes like inconvenient. But it is pretty to watch. Okay. Well, we're still looking around. This is a whole lot of nothing. What was that? I don't see any red on my mini-map. Have I come through here and killed everything? You live there. Well... there's a lot of dead mantisaurs. A cigarette lighter. Why is that one considered stealing? There's no one alive here. How is it considered stealing? I looted that corpse and it wasn't considered stealing. Oh, whatever. Okay, this definitely does not look like anything interesting. So, back to the ship. Let's say it was like 40 degrees. I cooked an egg outside. Yeah, you know, I grew up in Hawaii, so I kind of understand that. Let's see. I think we've... Is there anything on Freighter, maybe? We were on Cloister. And we've pretty much gone through all of Cloister. Hawaii, so pretty. I saw there's a lot of hibiscus there. Yeah, we actually, like, in the town that I grew up in, they actually just planted hibiscus plants on the side of the road. And they just kind of grow there. It's actually pretty impressive. So, for me, growing up, it was like, seeing hibiscus was nothing new. So, it wasn't until later on I realized, oh, people think that this is, like, interesting. There were just, like, pretty bushes growing on the side of the road where I grew up. Alrighty. Oh, this looks like we've pretty much gone through everything that we could too here. This is the thing about the way that they've made these maps, is that, like, you can kind of see in this area, so because it's kind of vaguely topographical. They try to make it topographical, but it's kind of hard to see because it's just lines and there's no shading to indicate elevation. But you can kind of see how this entire area over here is probably not accessible. So this whole chunk, this map looks huge, but there's these huge areas that you just can't do anything in. The map looks like a worm. Yeah, it looks like kind of like an ant colony, right? Because it's the way that these things... Like, so it looks like it's kind of misleading. And it's, I mean, it's probably by design, because then they could actually make this and not have to make it too big, right? And it makes it easier to develop, but... It's like there's a whole bunch of this area that is just not... And there's no buildings, so there's nothing here. Oh, what happened? At least Val didn't jump scare me this time, though. Okay. So let's break down stuff we're not gonna need, like that. Got new D&D dice on Christmas? I actually did too. My sister actually got... Where did they go? Oh, I think these are it? No, that's mine. Where did I put them? I put them somewhere. I think they were like metal dice or something that my sister got me. I think I'm gonna sell a bunch of this stuff and buy ammunition. This stuff I can break down into black powder. I'm gonna break down into black powder. Okay, that's not much of that. Actually, let's go. I think the burst submachine gun. Let's get a... Whoop, that's I'm not want to go to Praetor. I think despite the way that it looks, the burst submachine gun is supposed to be what the rookie's reward. Got a BTS themed dice my sister got me. It's pretty nice. All right. I wonder if it's faster to actually, like, fast travel, or...
I suppose we'll see each other in the equation someday.
Have a good stream. Going back to work. Okay, take care. Thanks for stopping by, Momi. I think those are it. So now I can actually like put something on here. Yeah, look at that. Prism sight. Increases weak spot damage and reduces weapon sway. Nice suit. Nice suit. I'm gonna sell my stuff to this old guy over here who's had a bad life. And let's see. All these duplicates. Not liking any of these things that I'm not wearing. I'm just collecting now at this point in time, I think. And normally I would break these down, but I think we're pretty much near the end, so I'm just going to buy as much ammo as I can. The other thing about this game is since you don't actually have to outfit your companions... Hey Roger, welcome in. There's less reason to hang on to all these stuff besides just collecting that like I do. Young following, yeah. It's okay. Okay, I think that's good.
My contraptions don't explode no more. Honest.
How am I doing? I am doing pretty good. Hanging in there for the most part.
You smell gunpowder? Do you want to? Then buy one of my handy firearms.
Oh, that's a selling.
All you like.
That's a selling
Everything
point.
I've got is fine-tuned to perfection.
All right, let's see what we got. We don't have ammo. That's not so helpful. I think that's the other vending machine, actually.
So much to learn here.
Ooh!
Seems like every time I talk to someone, they reference something I should have heard of.
I'm literally fighting for my life since my lower back hurts like hell. Oh, bummer. I'm gonna buy all the rounds. I would not normally suggest doing this. Every step, every twist, every push just hurts. Oh, wow. How much? I still have 32,000? That's just going to cost 1,000? I'm just going to buy this stuff out. Because why not? I still have 27,000. I'm going to buy some lockpicks for fun. Yeah, I have back problems every now and then. I usually end up... It's not too bad, though. I mean, it's mostly from just actually sitting wrong and playing, like, too many video games and stuff. I resort to using a cane to help to try and put the weight off my left leg is the one that hurts whenever I walk. Oh, bummer. Yeah, I actually have a cane because I've had gout flare-ups in the past. Just no fun.
Kind of fun picking it all up, though.
Okay, let's craft a bunch of heavy rounds. Some more long rounds. Heavy rounds. Long rounds. Heavy rounds. Make another mini rocket for fun. Okay, cool. I have 6,760 units of shock rods. 22, so I imagine how I feel. Oh, God. There's no encumbrance in this game, so why not? Just in case I end up having to use, like, everything weird. Reduces ammo costs. Now what? Barrel. Plasma barrel. Is the only thing that I have on that? Are there any other barrel attachments I can buy? Are you casting shade on yourself from between YouTube and Twitch now? Explosive barrel, prism sight. There's no other barrels, it looks like. Barrel. I already know which weapons I'm going to mostly use, so it's fine, I guess. Alright. I don't think there's actually that much more poking around I need to do. I don't care enough about the NPC, the other party players to actually like want to talk to them before we go off, so investigates the disturbance at Horizon Point. After covering the rift from the archive, Val has learned of a disturbance around the remains of Horizon Point. The station itself has somehow been reconstituted, and it's surrounded by unstable rift activity. Before investigating the station, you should complete any unfinished business. Which is fine. I think I've got... Oh! I didn't actually return... I went through the trouble of actually doing that subquest. I never actually turned it in. Let's at least do that. That didn't look like that before. Is it because the thing is started? Like the archive is working again? I imagine? You like Gibbs on you, go shotgun. You're like, Gibbs, I don't want to get dirty, go pistol and submachine gun. You want to be clean, go sniper. Yeah, I've got a variety. And I actually probably should go ahead and... Oh, I can buy more. How about that? 15% discount. These guys love me. The planet look like Coruscant? Yeah, kind of. I think it's because I activated the archive, and so it's now got like a big supercomputer that's like most of the planet.
Agent, I trust Laplace's garden is treating you well. In what manner can I assist you?
Locate all the logs.
Look at me, as giddy as a first-year novice. All right, let's listen.
I don't know why you're giddy. They all died.
must be some mistake. The beliefs advocated here are entirely in opposition with what the Order stands for.
Well, that's kind of what happens when you leave people alone in like hostile environments. You know, and they get eaten by bears.
Recordings less filled with despair.
Nope. These people sound like they're having breakdowns, not breakthroughs.
It's evident what happened. My colleagues must have gone quite mad in the isolation of their studies. Sad, but perhaps not unforeseeable.
Most of them died horribly.
Only one certainty remains. These logs must be destroyed. I shudder to imagine the ramifications if other members of the Order were subjected.
I mean, basically
to
what they did was
such
they sent them off to like
nonsensical
cloisters by themselves, and like they either got like killed by wild animals or just went stark raving mad. If it's all nonsense, why worry about it?
Understand, what's been recorded here borders on heretical.
Well, they were kind of going crazy.
Scientism teaches that the universe is constant, rational, and inalterable. These proofs reject all of that reason in favor of some ineffable manifestation of personal will.
You should preserve the logs. No knowledge should be destroyed out of fear.
I know, of course. You're right. Rejecting data out of hand only leads to confirmation bias.
Haha.
I will preserve the logs, if only to study where these scienticians went wrong. I believe I've promised you a reward. Here
Hey,
is
another high
that
security lockbox. Not
I
that it
regret
really
I don't
matters.
have
I
a
don't.
key,
It's like I'm at the
but
ending
I'm
area now.
sure you'll find some way to access its contents. Eventually.
Be well. Bye bye. So I could. Double move ability must be scary, able to access so much information, but imagine making a mistake that literally burns your mind out. Yeah, I mean, the whole thing, the archive is fortunately controlled by a big, vast AI, so that kind of helps, or may not help. Scour Paradise to find 4 more volumes and return. I guess I can look for this, but well, let's look. In Pursuit of Purloined Propaganda. All right. Let's take a look at what because we might as well actually just look it up. We're going to Google it. In Pursuit of Purloined Propaganda. Requirements, rewards, a pitchball card, and it might be worth it. Sure. Let's go ahead and try to look for it. Is this the... So we have 7. We have 1, 5, 7. Where is 3? Let's look for 3. Small outpost near the shore in Paradise Island. All right, let's go back. Let's at least get that. Let's... I can't believe that there's 10 of them, and I actually have only found like 4 total. That's kind of impressive. Okay, back to Eden. Yeah. See my ugly spaceship landing. That's great. Will also give me a chance to actually go and buy more ammo. I'm just gonna be like loaded down. I'm gonna be loaded down like a SEAL team or something like that. All right, yeah, it's this that I actually have not explored, which is kind of interesting. It's one of the few places that I have not explored. That one building over there. Because I figured it's probably just filled with fishermen and crabble meat and stuff like that. Also doesn't have anything to shoot.
Back again. I'll look for this protectorate, idiot.
Oh, it's right there. It's not good to know it's not a Warhammer thing where you have a literal human doing a lot of the work. Warhammer 40k, one of the worst jobs is being a clerk, as you're more or less stuck in a small room with cables attached to your brain that give you tons of information, in which you put that information on parchment, do some... Yeah, and then, like, they have the lobotomized, like, you know, servitors that are also kind of doing that, too, because they don't like AI. Oh, she's not that far. Okay. Yeah, so this sci-fi leans a lot more towards like rampant commercialism and over analytics and stuff like that. It's pretty tongue-in-cheek overall. I mean, there is a social commentary to be had there, obviously, but it's not quite as grimdark as Warhammer. Very few things are as grimdark as Warhammer, except for like Doom. If I remember correctly, they do have storage devices and such, but you servers... Yeah, no AI. Because of the war that happened before.
You've returned. I take it matters are progressing well?
I have 4 more volumes.
Well, then here are your rewards.
I have +1 more damage.
Discussed. I trust you'll find it all useful. Return with the remaining 5 volumes to complete the set, and I shall provide you the...
What does she give? The rarest of rarest is... Townie clothing. Ignore a single incoming hit every 15 seconds. That's actually kind of nuts. But not worth me. So like Cyberpunk where corporate wars happen. Yeah, so in this one, it's kind of like mankind is like stretched across the universe, and can't remember. There was something like one of the presidents was like assassinated, so there's like rampant commercialism because we never actually ended up with things like, you know, antitrust laws and things like that. All right. Oh, I forgot to buy more ammo. Because I can. I probably don't need to, but I can. So I'll go here and I'll go to the Undisputed Claim and buy more ammo over there too. And I'll just go loaded down with enough ammunition to supply a small army. Okay, there they are. Let's see. All right, because this doesn't have as many of the end game. I only have a 15%, a 5% discount with these. Why do you hate me so much? I'm wondering if I can just fly back to like Cloister or something like that. Because the Order likes me. It reminds me of Static Shock in a sense, or a huge corporation made the main antagonist, and following the events, the first game there was an organization dedicated to limiting the power of corporations. Yeah, so that's what this Anti's Choice is. It's like a mega conglomerate. Oh, we can go to Dorado. Actually, we might be able to fly back to eat like Cloister and see if we can actually like buy more stuff from there too. Why is my ship so ugly? I wonder why the anti-choice people don't like me as much. It's kind of weird. I just want to play Static Shock, the remake. Static Shock or System Shock? Oh god damn it!
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was? What caused the schism?
Customize your ship? No, unfortunately you can't. I mean, well, you can get stuff to put on the ship. That's about it. 15% discount. Nice. Okay. System Shock, keep getting the mess up. That's okay. I keep mixing up, like, I keep saying Outer Wilds 2 instead of Outer Worlds 2 when I'm talking about this game. And Outer Wilds 2 would be actually pretty exciting. In a completely different way. Alright, let's see. We're on Dorado. Let's go back to see if there's any more. I'm just gonna like use up most of my credits because why not? I'll just like at least hit one more. And get my heavy rounds and long rounds. I do like this mix of steampunk and futuristic. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of neat things about it. It is this kind of stuff, which is like kind of pseudo 1950s, 1960s, 1970s retro look. You know, that is one thing where it might sometimes they lay it on a little thick. And I'm not as enthused about it, but overall, the thing is that this game is like, like the systems are way more like, I think in a way oversimplified versus the first Outer Worlds game, but, oh look, I can buy more. All right. Cool. I have a lot of ammo now. Like, a lot of ammo. It makes me wish that games like Starfield were a better game than it actually ended up being. All right. Let's go past the point of no return. This might be where we start hitting into endgame. So Horizon Point, mostly for you, Roger, because you weren't around, but for anyone else who might be lurking, Horizon Point is actually the location of the first mission that you go on. And then things go horribly wrong, and the station gets blown up, and so yeah. But now it's miraculously somehow come back through because of all these anomalies and things like that are threatened to like destroy the sector. So now we're going back to Horizon Point to see if we can actually somehow fix these rifts. You're about to return to Horizon Point Station and determine the fate of the Arcadia colony. If there's anything you want to do before you navigate to the station, do it now, before you cross the point of no return. Would you like to continue? We'll see how long this last portion is. This might be a really short stream, guys. Yes. I already did a manual save, but I'll do another just in case. Yeah, I don't know if that constitutes as reconstituted.
It appears Horizon Point Station is still in the process of being reconstituted. The rift itself is also more unstable than ever. As a result,
it looks rough, yeah.
Closer to the location of the Protectorate's large-scale rift anomaly modulator is not possible. In order to modify it with the rift data you processed in the archive, You will need to travel to its location on foot and seize it from Protectorate control.
Who's responsible for this? Where does this leave our allies? Not keen on running into this chaos unprotected. Where does this leave our allies?
The Order and Auntie's Choice have sent their forces, as promised, but they will need to find their own landing zones. You may be without assistance as you navigate the station.
Who's responsible for this?
The energy readings from the modulator can be traced to the Sovereign's flagship, Providence, hovering on the far side of the station.
Let's take him out.
Emphasizing, given Protectorate hierarchy and the recent announcement about the Sovereign's mental refreshment, this is likely the Consul's doing. He will need to be stopped.
Is
I
this
like
his
you, Val.
idea of demonstrating might? Hell of a way to do it.
Won't be easy breaking into the Sovereign's personal flagship, so the Consul led a coup and is now actively destroying the colony. Do I have that right?
The Consul's motives are unknown. While destruction may be the result, it may not be the goal. Warning. The rift is growing dangerously unstable. Using the rift modulator on board the Providence is the only way to prevent certain destruction of the colony.
My business with the Consul is deeply personal, and I have made my distrust for De Vries known. I must be brought along to judge the former and reserve judgment for the latter.
Once the modulator is secured, it may be used to close the rift and save Arcadia and all those in its orbit. There is minimal room for error, Commander. Good luck.
Minimum rule for error. Good. Oh, oh shit, I have skill points. I have 5 skill points that I haven't spent. I can be speechy mixed speeches a lot. Like I can actually like max out my speech. Let's not do it. Maybe see if we need it later on. We'll be min-maxing a little bit there. Perks. Ninja. Evasion chance and heavy armor. I don't think there's... When combat starts and whenever one of your companions is down, you immediately gain temporary... I think I was going to grab this... just because... Save them points, maybe they'll come in clutch. Yeah, or maybe it'll be like, you know, like the Phoenix Downs you collect in Final Fantasy, and then you get to the ending and you have like a bajillion in your inventory. But no, honestly, in this game, there are skill checks that you'll run into where it's just like, you know, like, oh, you're talking to someone and you might be able to actually talk them out. Like, you can actually talk the bosses out of fighting, so, like, in a lot of cases in this game. And some of them are locked behind skill progression. Like, you'll say, oh, yeah, you need, like, a leadership. But more often than not, it'll be, like, speech and, like, having discovered, like, stuff that you can blackmail them with. But... additional weapon... Like, the weapon slots don't matter. When combat... This, I was thinking because... it might be useful... Yeah, and actually even like even more so. I mean, this is made by Obsidian, who are the same folks that did Fallout New Vegas, I think. Gain an innate critical chance with pistols and submachine guns. That sucks ass. Firing while sliding. Who the hell cares? Machine guns, special weapons, and assault rifles slowly reload automatically. Additional, all weapons have an increased magazine size. That actually might not be too bad. You don't have to reload as often, right? That's submachine gun specific. Pickpocket, sleight of hands, treasure hunter. Excuse me, face reader. Additional weak spot damage when crouched. I'm crouched a lot. So it might be the weak spot damage. That's looking good. That and Shrug It Off are looking like what I'm going to pick up. Buying or selling. Charlatan. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Oh, what happened? Suddenly, I think for whatever reason, it switched Windows on me. All right, shrug it off. And Keen Observer. Apply. All right. Resave. Okay, and you wanted to come along, you said, right? He's actually not a bad person to come along because he does actually... He's a tank, and I'm a sniper. So that actually does kind of help. And I think he's... Okay, he's maxed out. So here's the thing about it is that it's just like, this is all you can do as far as like... Basically, what your character... Like... There's not a whole lot of customization that you can do with the party. Transition to landing pad. Alrighty. Tristan. You are coming along. Yeah, he's got a B camera. Okay, and he actually does have... Oh, Valerie has skills too. What the hell? While Valerie's in the party, all overhealing you receive is converted into temporary health that degrades slowly. This includes healing from Valerie, your medical inhaler, and any other source. That's actually pretty good. While Valerie is in the party, you and your companions will automatically heal, regenerating up to 50% of their max health. So it slowly just heals. This helps everyone, but will automatically heal. Regenerating. Let's try this actually, because this, if this can help keep the companions alive, that would be kind of nice. When the player is healed by Valerie's companion ability, the player also gains a buff to armor for the remainder of the combat, which is plus 20, or when the player is healed by Valerie's companion ability, the player also gains a regeneration effect for the remainder of the combat. For the remainder of the combat. Yes. It may not actually be as good as I'm making it out to be, but... Okay. Tristan gains temporary health at the start of combat, doubling his total health, or after killing a target, Tristan terrifies human and creature enemies around him. That's... No, let's do the temporary hit points, because he's a tank. I mean, so it's like him terrorizing people, and then they run away, and then they're harder to shoot, because then they're hiding in corners and crap like that. No, thanks. When performing his companion ability, rather than knocking the target down, he instead slams the ground, dealing damage and knocking everyone down in an area around him. Or, Tristan's grenade launcher attachment gains support for a rocket. I don't think I actually picked that, so I think there's no reason to take that. So he slams everyone down. Done. All right.
This place is a nightmare beyond the most fevered delusion. And those soldiers, they do not look right. The console stands at the controls of the Sovereign's own flagship. How my blood boils.
Rift residue. I don't know how that's going to help anything, but... Oh, more rift residue. Goody. Just what I've always wanted. Oh, this is the... Actually, the funny thing is that this is the same stuff I think I read earlier. No, I don't need anything from that.
Appears to have undergone severe degradation over the past 10 years. Exploding may have been a contributing factor.
We have stepped into the world between life and death.
Oh, look, there's a sniper. Whoa, that's a... That's quite a sniper rifle, actually. Dislodge power core, but I can't.
This is not a death befitting a noble subject of the Protectorate. The thought of meeting a similar fate makes me shudder.
Okay. I wish you can get the, like, that talking to stop. Is that someone I killed in the way in the first time or something? Access mechanical controls. I can't do anything because I don't have hack 13. Damn, this place is really rough. Well, it did blow up. It did blow up. So... Oh no, guys, I only have 1,700 more sniper rounds. Wait, where's the people I shot? Eh? Huh? Didn't I shoot people? Are these dissolved goo? Oh, they dissolve. But okay, never mind. Is it? Look, it's on the map. I can't. Ah, fuck it. Nani? What was that? Is that the ship? Can I shoot it? Okay, I still don't see any... Oh no, are you gonna make me parkour?
Let's hope that whatever architect forsaken logic operates within this place does not fail us.
Okay, this isn't actually parkouring. Not.
Attention! This is your anti-calling. Per our agreement, Anti's choice support ships, including the fine print, the contingency plan, and the upper hand, are headed your way.
Yay!
Forces are on a similar trajectory.
Estimates for the team's survival have increased substantially.
I mean, I think we're probably pretty good as long as we actually, like, you know, yeah, tentacle lasers. I mean...
My armor may be rated for temperatures in the thousands, but I find even most blankets too stifling. Let us find an alternate.
Banzai! Ah! Okay, where am I supposed to go from here? No! Look how enthusiastic that robo lady is. Yeah. Oh, the rift reconstituted and I fell right into it. Oops. Okay, let's quick save before that. Because I'm not entirely sure where I'm supposed to go from there.
Attention! This is your anti-calling. Per our agreement, Anti's choice support ships, including the fine print, the contingency plan, and the upper hand, are headed your way. Order forces are on a similar trajectory.
Estimates for the team's survival have increased plasma hazard ahead. Please seek an alternate route.
Okay, the question is, what this gives me. Ow. Oh, shit. Okay, sometimes having double jump is not... Ah! Well... Yeah, so Anti's choice is one of the corporations. Okay, get that shock rod, get this stuff out of my way because it's bothering me. Disable plasma flow.
Hazard radius. Status alive.
You're a sniper? I'm a sniper too. That's a little annoying. There you are. That guy was just dancing or something. I should have let him dance a little more. I don't know what they got. Ooh, alright. 1700. So is reality being split apart or something? Well, so it's actually being... They're using these rifts, like what you saw. That was a mini rift. They're threatening to actually like rip apart this sector because of the way that they use basically the faster than light drives that they use make everything unstable. But what they're doing here is they are using the rifts to actually reconstitute the station that got blown up. Protectors would be horrified to learn that the long-buried journals of Arcadia's Precipice have been liberated by an Earth director at ancient, with good reason. The matriarch apparently regarded Arcadia as an experiment to determine if an egalitarian utopia could endure the test of time. To the bishop's dismay, the matriarch's ultimate conclusion was no. She was adamant that hubris and ambition would be the protector's downfall, despite the guidance and promises made to her people. It amazes me that such a genius as the matriarch could ignore the fact that absolute power corrupts absolutely until it's far too late. Now it's up to us to stop everything her wretched legacy has wrought. So a drive blew up here, and so we're trying to use the rest to put it back together. So not quite. Hey Strata, how's it going? Actually, I think the skip drives, which allows the faster than light travel, is actually like more. I think they're based off of something that kind of like helps create more rifts. So the more, if you use them too much, this is what's going to happen anyway. I think is the idea. So the only reason that this is here is for lore.
This is Augustine DeVries, formerly of the Earth Directorate. Consider this a recording.
Oh, this is DeVries's. What is there anything here?
It is likely I have failed in my mission. Yet again. For that, I
Wait, so... Why am I up here? I can't... So... Oh, wait. Trauma kit. Okay. Oh! Auto duck. I can't undo this door. Is there anything? Does not look like there's an alternate way in. Sometimes there is. Sometimes there's not. Okay, there's an enemy here. There was an enemy here. It was like, what's happening? Oh my god! Okay. Am I gonna take damage? Okay. We're good. Quick save. So yeah, so the terrorist that blew up this station was actually an Earth Directorate agent, and one of your teammates who betrayed the group. Because of what she found, and she thought that she had to stop everything, and she became kind of crazy. She's actually the person that gave me this sniper rifle, though. She was gonna kill all the... She was gonna kill a peace delegation, like everyone in a peace delegation, except we talked her down. Shit. And we're just gonna stay crouched for now. Because we actually move fairly quickly while we're crouched. Thank you for the cigarette lighter. Alright.
Medics and pharmaceutical provisions incoming. And we're right behind them with a delivery of Auntie's Choice finest supplies. Soon you'll say, that is better than nature.
Okay, there's no red on my screen. Oh, now there is. So you see on the mini-map on the bottom left, there's like, on the very frame, there's 2 red lines in the circle. That means that they're detecting...
Destroy these abominations! Adjusting calculations. Hold fire on our allies.
Available at your request.
Oh, man! Alright. Tristan, where are you going? Oh. Take it. Oh no, guys, I'm detected. Oh, look at my health. I have overhealth. I am overhealed. I'm overhealed.
I've never observed anything like this. Humbling.
What just happened?
Did they just appear from the rifts? They don't look right.
Alright. Guess we're going that direction? Is there anything over here to loot? Probably not. Oh, no, that is the direction we're going. So let's go see if there's anything back here. I don't know why these guys are heading this way.
I never could have predicted that the rift would produce something so monstrous.
Oh, look! Did they bring stuff? Crude biomass? A plasma beam caster? This was the stuff that you guys brought along? Auntie's choice. Okay, food? I'll take food. And I'll take this stuff that's floating around in the air. Okay, is there anything else? Cool. I like having allies.
These soldiers look even more hideous than our crafting experiment.
Oh, good thing my graft soldier friend isn't with us for you to hear that. Okay. Guess we go this way?
Why did you make me do this? Why? A voice match has been found for Agent Pascal. However, Agent Pascal is dead. This unit may need maintenance.
What?
Get away from me. See them? They were my teammates and they didn't listen neither. You'll end up just the same.
Agent Pascal, calm yourself. You are not in your right mind.
Don't you talk to me like you know me. Wait. Commander? Is that you? No. No, this must be some kind of trick. Oh, what's happening to me?
It's me, Helen, Commander 𝐒𝐭𝐫𝐿, commander of the Incognito. I'm your friend.
It's you. Thank law.
She's been stuck in the rifts.
Something was wrong with Sandoval and Jepson. They glowed like they were aflame. They ran in, jumped at me, clawed at me. Oh, I had to kill them.
Then they weren't too dissimilar from the troopers we encountered outside. This is concerning.
I don't understand what's happening.
I need you to focus. That's the last thing I remember from the mission. They weren't themselves. What you did was self-defense. Let's hope you can at least understand the difference between them and us. If you started to feel a little murderous, give me a heads up, would you? Okay, that was self-defense.
I reckon that's true. But I don't feel much like myself, neither. My head hurts so bad. Can barely think. Can barely think back. Everything was fine. Till the explosion. I was pinned. Fire closed in. I tried to move. I tried to find the rookie. Then the whole station shook and tore apart. And then... nothing.
That explains it. She was left alive, just long enough for the rift to take her. That's why the reconstitution worked on her. To some extent.
Wait. There was something else. Sandoval was yelling. DeVries wasn't responding to comms. What happened? Don't tell me the situation got too fluid for you, DeVries. That it?
Certainly not. I was focused on the objective, as every one of your crew should have been. Isn't that right, Commander?
Yeah. Something tells me that ain't quite true.
Sorry, Helen. We tried looking for you, I swear.
Tried? You retreated without me? Abandoned me?
I don't have any of these requirements anyway. I told Nias to save you at all costs. I don't know what happened.
I know that tone. That untruthful, evasive sort.
No. I see what this is. You're just trying to save your own ass. You make a decision, Commander, ought to stick by it. Even if it ended poorly.
Aww. Okay, fine. I gave the order for him to leave. I couldn't risk losing 2 agents.
Yeah. All you had to do was be honest. Well, I ain't wanting anyone to die on my account. But I still don't know why I'm here. Now. Something's wrong, and I can't.
You can thank DeVries as a direct result of her sabotaging our mission. You got caught up in a protectorate experiment. They're playing at being the architect.
The Protectorate are attempting to reconstitute the station to how it was moments before destruction. That includes you. But it's failing. I'm sorry.
So I've come back from death to some warped version of life? All because of some twisted experiment? Is that about right? You can help me though. Right, Commander? You can do something to fix this.
I'm so sorry, Helen, but I can't. Nope, the rift will keep twisting you until you can't remember your own name.
Boyd. This is it, ain't it? I'll never see the sun again. Never fly in our ship. Never anything.
I wish it didn't have to be this way. I don't want you to suffer.
Makes 2 of us. But maybe you could do me one final favor. End this for me? I don't think I can do it myself. Please.
I didn't want that to be my last memory of you.
Well, I ain't wanting to put...
Scal? Helen? I can stay with you for a moment, if you'd like. Might help.
Yeah. All right. I ain't turning down company if I'm at the end of the line. Goodbye then, Commander. Maybe we'll meet again in the void.
It's all right. This will be over soon.
Yeah, I don't think I actually can do it. Let's load just to see what happens. No, not autosave. Quick save.
Get away from me, Agent Joe. Wait. Commander,
It's me. I'm your friend.
I don't understand what's happening.
They weren't themselves.
Wait, don't tell me.
Certain.
Yeah. Something tells me that ain't quite true.
Let's say never mind. The Rift has done something to you.
That's right. We were here.
The Protectorate are attempting to reconstitute this.
So I've come back from you. You can help me though.
I can't.
This is it, ain't it?
I wish he didn't have to suffer. If you're sure, I'll do it.
Pascal? Helen? If I may, I'd like to see to your proper burial as an Earth Directorate agent. If you wish for it.
That'd be nice. Being seen off, right? This is the final kindness you'll do for me, Commander. Thank you. Try not to miss, huh?
It's all right. This will be over soon. I swear it.
Oh, we need the big gun.
The death of Agent Pascal meets all necessary requirements to be determined a mercy killing. Well done, Commander. You spared Agent Pascal suffering and torment.
Thanks. And she had stuff on her. And you don't want to talk? You're hanging out over here now? Okay. Oh, look! It's the others. Oh. Okay. I think that's actually probably the good thing to do, right? brutal, but oh, that looks brutal too. I've seen better days. Let's see if there's anything. Oh no, those are our guys. Wait, is this the direction I'm supposed to be going? I think this is the direction I'm eventually going to have to be going.
You're the one who forged an alliance between Auntie's Choice and the Order, ain't you?
For your support.
You with Auntie?
Hold clear.
We brought
You may
supplies.
approach, Commander. We've got supplies at the ready.
Yay, supplies. Oh, look, more rounds. I feel mercy killing is the best choice. Yeah, I feel horrible about it, but it is what it is. Oh, look, stuff. Thanks for the stuff. Ooh, charged machine pistols. Explosive auto spray submachine. A machine she's basically torn apart and put it back together in a set. Yeah, well, she got torn apart, and now she's back.
You feel as terrible as you look.
What? You saying I look terrible? Fuck you. Yeah, and she was eventually going to go crazy is basically the problem. She was eventually going to probably go nuts. Let's see. Do I have any better? What is this? 475 on kill. $275 over 5 seconds. Plus 100% toxicity rate. Jesus. So what I have, 300 and 300 over 5, toxicity 90. $225 over 5. Oh, drain rate. Imagine the toxicity rate is by forcing them to browse Twitter. Yeah. Start getting into political discussions. 475, increasing up to 2 times the closer you are to death. Instantaneous 75. That might be better. Applies a long-lasting buff. This one's 10 seconds, 30 seconds. 375 over duration, 550 over duration. This one might be the best. Because there's a low toxicity. Well, relatively. Lower toxicity. Oh, good. They don't talk to me again. Okay, cool.
The Providence is much too close for safety, and that rover it has dispensed. I do not like what this might imply.
Yeah, spotted protector forces near skip labs. They wait. Oh, his mysterious followers. No, that's not what I'm looking for. They may have a way for you to access the... You've spotted protected forces near the skip labs. They may have a way for you to access the Providence. Sovereign ship seems to be responsible for reconstituting the... Seems too close. Okay. Please just be a path. Okay. Oh! Oh, hammer time! Well done, Tristan. Sorry for all the questions. What I'm getting is that this rift is from attempting to bring the station back to its original form. Yeah, so this, what they've done is that they've actually made a rift to try to do that. Where does this go? Oh. Examine. Access auto mechanical controls. I can't do any of this stuff. Not that it really matters. So they built a... Yeah, so they made the rift. They have, like, that thing that I used to actually make that rift do stuff. It's a small rift modulator. It's a mini rift modulator. They have a really big one. All mines can do is kind of reverse rifts a little bit. But they used the really big one to reconstitute the station, basically. Oh, I remember this place. Lower bridge.
The rift has reconstituted more enemies. Engagement imminent.
None shall stand against us.
Yeah, they made it specifically so that this is harder for me to snipe. Ah! Jump scared!
At your word, I shall charge.
How did she get taken down? Oh my god! Oh my god! I got jump scared. I got so jump scared by these guys. Okay, well now I know that there's a way back behind here. There's at least one enemy still out there, right? You guys see him? Down below? What? Oh my god, it's right here.
I shall reduce them to a slurry.
Well. like that sound. Oh, they're not tentacling me. Okay, good. This is gonna get annoying really fast, guys. Hopefully the alarm goes away when I get inside. Okay, it's sounding a little better now. Hello?
Warning. The rift ahead has absorbed plasma and should not be approached directly.
If we gallivant about, we might find a solution to this problem. Or at least a path less likely to have us torn asunder.
Oh, that sounds fun. What is this? Equation processing. This terminal controls operation of the rift containment chamber. Only make adjustments as necessary. Okay. Why is there why is this even a place to go down? Look, it's the trash heap. Is there anything useful in here? Wait, what? Instruct. Yes, spot a protector forces near them, but. Oh, you know what I have? I forgot. I can see through walls. This person had mini rockets. Investigate rift hazard. I guess first I'm doing all this stuff over here. There's an auto dock. Okay. Stuff. A trauma kit, that's good. Anything else in there? Sprays, none of which I can use. 550 instantly. That's actually pretty decent. Hey, where am I going? Lockpick 13, huh? Or explosives. You know, I can have lockpick 13. Let's see if it's worth it. It might not be. So we're trying to do stopping the protector and destroy the rift. Yeah, you want to actually get a hold of the...
If anyone would be able to solve the equation, it would be the Sovereign.
Basically trying to get to the ship, get the rift modulator, and stop them from doing everything. Messages. I've done it! Skip lab. Return to root. Personal journal. My father's knows. When did they know? Oh, it's basically talking about how messed up everything is.
By the Sovereign's grace, our accomplishments are his own. If he wished to take credit for a punishment I meted out, I would be delighted.
Stabilized heavy revolver. Bro, look at the damage on that thing. Oh, you know what? You know what that means? We reload and we save those skill points. We're gonna finish with those skill points, probably. Oh, there's something here. Pills. See?
Located the Sovereign's office. Searching for the equation here is a valid course of action.
Alright. Happened upon Cadet Alderman's notes, or any proposed solution to the rift equation that has eluded our scientists for months. However, since it clearly did not have the vigor to test and verify the solution itself, I took the liberty of doing it for him, and indeed it works. How fortuitous that I, in all my wisdom, was here when you most needed me. Oh my god. Consummate had Father Wayne is deranged state near the end of his life. I will not focus on his words for me, as his mind is obviously nearly gone by this point, and he did not know what he was saying. But they make it abundantly clear that the central reason behind his life extension experimentation was to achieve his goal of solving the rift anomaly problem before he died. He feared repercussions not only to our reputation, but also our autonomy and financial stability if the truth were discovered. Unbelievably, he was already frantically trying to both extend his life and solve the problem a full 5 years before the Hope became the first casualty of the rifts. The implications of this are immeasurable. I've barely slept since finding my father's notes. Did my grandmother know of the fault in the script drives as well, and if so, when? To believe she'd unknowingly set humanity on this treacherous path just to establish Arcadia is incomprehensible to me. Perhaps she wagered she or my father would solve the problem in time before crisis was upon humanity. Or perhaps it was a mere suspicion or unconfirmed theory, or she believed it unlikely with the vastness of space that the same sectors would be traversed enough times to weaken the very Oh! So the more that you actually traverse the same area with the skip drive, the more possibility that a rift is going to open. I think that's what it is. If I can only solve what my father and grandfather couldn't, I'll prove I deserve the respect, that of my family and all my subjects.
This terminal entry has a 98% chance of containing statements that are
100% false. Nice. Anything else in here? Oh, but I can't unlock this now. I get that heavy revolver, which I don't really need, so that's fine. Yeah, that looks dangerous as fuck. It does not look like something I want to get close to. just stuff. Do we just... Are we just finding stuff? Found the bathroom, guys! Actually, I have to use the bathroom. I'm gonna park myself right over here. And I'm gonna go to the bathroom in real life. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Also because I was curious, I looked it up and there's no way to save Helen. You can tell her the truth and peacefully put her down, or lie to her and tell her it's a dream. Oh, that's depressing. Tristan, what are you doing? I'm using the bathroom. Give me some privacy. Bruh. Isn't disinfecting spray in the bathroom? See, at least Val had the... Like, the robot actually went off and let me have my peace. There's nothing here. Okay. Why is this entire area here? Oh, wow. Someone just actually, this isn't one big equation, right? This is just...
Portion of the incomplete equation.
No, it's not. It's all different parts of equations. Okay. Well, I guess I just have to go in. Huh? Wait, what is this place? What is this? I've been here. What is this? Oh no, I've been here. Oh, it's trying to get back past that? I guess. For whatever good that'll do me. Let's try. Let's close this so I don't fall through. Oh no, this doesn't help. I think that was just if you wanted to be sneaky somehow or for whatever reason and get behind these guards. It's the only thing I can think of. Alright, I guess we open the door and see if we get vaporized. This doesn't do anything. See, I can't actually put in any equations, so it doesn't really matter. Oh.
This is scientist Bernard Rand, sent to Horizon Point Station by order of the Consul. While monitoring the reconstitution...
Wonder if it's a dead space scenario where your suit has a catheter to be able to go without needing to go to the bathroom? Could be.
Plasma tightly around it, not unlike a planet and its moons. Fascinating, though it thwarts my attempts to gather more data. Fortuitously, in searching the remains of the lab, I found an equation that could manipulate...
Okay, what am I supposed to do?
Our commander hangs from a thread.
Okay. Going in there is not the answer. Did I miss something? It would seem like this should do something, right? But it doesn't. None of these do anything. This area was guarded. Workbench doesn't do anything for me. Examine equation. Display before you is a complete equation. Helpfully labeled for the viewer that it is guaranteed to safely manipulate rifts in a contained setting. The writing itself does not look like the scratchings of a quick-thinking scientist, nor does it diagram. Instead, both look as though they have been traced.
I should have expected that my sovereign would have solved such a complex equation himself. What a brilliant mind.
Please input this equation in the Skip Lab terminal at your earliest convenience.
There we go. There we go. Equation processing. Input stabilization. Initiate test. Oh no. Ha! Oh. Oh. Oh, that was a good jump. The creaking knees. I think those are just scientists. Are they just scientists? Is there a... Okay, that's a scientist. That's a scientist. That is not a scientist.
Our projections are off by orders of magnitude. Solver and safety. Author and hypothesis correct.
Ow! Whoa! Where's the cannonade mech? Wasn't it just walking right there? Oh, there it is.
Life support.
Oh, you guys are actually shooting at me.
If we do not take that rover to the Providence, Arcadia may be consumed by these rifts.
Sometimes the scientists actually don't shoot at you. They like hide. Those ones actually are shooting at me, so they died. All right. Thanks for the stuff. You're dead. You got killed in the explosion. Let's see what this does. Ah! Yeah. That looks like nothing.
I've eyes on a miscreant.
What the hell? Did it spawn someone to kill? It spawned an enemy? Bring it back. Oh yeah, it did.
I shall not stay your execution.
Malefactor ahead.
Lethally. Unleash my might upon them.
Although it doesn't really matter at this point in time, since all it does is potentially give me XP.
To battle.
It gives me XP for this gun too.
None shall stand against.
And he's gone. Come back. There. Probably wasn't actually worth it, but, you know. What is the level of my gun right now? 15 out of 30. That's why it actually does not do a whole lot of damage. It's not very good. Huh? Oh, that guy. Board the sovereign ship. All right. Here we go. Like how the sniper used the clip. Yeah, it's almost like what is it? The M4 M1 Garand, like from World War One, World War II, and World War One actually. Unlock hangar access. Huh?
Attention, please report to intake for processing. Welcome aboard.
Oh my god, this music is going to probably drive me up the freaking wall, isn't it? Oh my god. Courageous. Someone stop the music. Oh, good. Thank God. Oh, no! Let's find a way to actually turn this off. Is there a turn off music? Unseal hangar doors. Transport delayed. Shore leave is hereby prohibited. No shit.
Intruder alert. Be vigilant.
Alright. Dude, this is like a trip hazard. I'm reporting you to OSHA. Yes, foil. Okay.
Notice. Reinforcements have arrived.
I don't even know what is our friends. That's not. Go get him. Okay, who's still fighting? This is... Okay, this was... There's an enemy over there somewhere. There was an enemy there. Oh my god, and Cleo came down? In her battle mech outfit? She's drunk on power.
Well, glad you finally jimmied that open. Things are getting appreciably worse out there. We're running out of time to seize the rift and force it into corporeal insolvency. The presiding bishop wished for me to relay a message to you. Why she couldn't send her own courier, I couldn't say, but I'll attempt to simplify. The rift modulator is on the science deck, one floor up. Deck access is restricted without proper credentials. Imagine that twice as long and in the form of a distance problem. That means, of course, you'll either need to pilfer an access card, swindle some daft sod out of it, or find some other way around the deck restrictions.
Can I guess how to do that?
I shouldn't know. Perhaps search the pockets of those you've killed, Or find an air duct to shimmy through, or a staircase to climb.
Thanks.
We'll hold here to ensure you aren't flanked by reinforcements as you delve deeper in. Don't fritter away your lives cheaply now. I've made a significant investment in you.
Okay. Lot of dead people, courageous. Did I take damage? No, not really. Tin Can,
If you must replace lost equipment, please submit proof of punishment. Unit does not accept blood. Please make a request.
Open, show your wares. What you got? What you got? Nothing. Incendiary rocket pistol. Do I have a rocket pistol? Do I have a rocket pistol? It does not look like I have... Oh, no, I do have a rocket pistol. I have a volted rocket pistol. Okay, I don't need an incendiary rocket pistol. Thanks. Thanks, Tin Can. Is this the direction I came in? No, it's not. Lift transport. Well, that doesn't sound right. Oh, there's enemies. Oh, nah. Nah. Turn your face, because I want to shoot you in the face. I don't want to go through that way. That looks bad. Oh shit! There are faster ways of doing this, but I'm just actually trying to see how, if I can make this gun any buffer. Oh, there's more enemies? This does not look like fun, guys. No shit. Okay. Screws. Did I fight through this for, like, spare parts?
I do not need a respite.
Okay. Then you don't get one. Engine, while there are readouts similar to the 𝐒𝐭𝐫𝐭 skip drive system, the monitor also references terminology and symbols you've never seen before. The capabilities just shouldn't be theoretically possible, at least with technology you're familiar with. Okay. At least the music stopped. Oh. I say that and I hear the music in the background. Son of a... Oh, shit! Ah, shot with the submachine gun to the face. There's something else out there? Did I just bypass a bunch of stuff? I thought this was a dead end.
Attention. Under these circumstances, locating the access credentials or proceeding by stealth is recommended. The rift modulator is likely located on this deck. More information may aid in its acquisition.
You know what? Let's go back. Because there's that whole area that we didn't go through, and now at least and we don't have to play hopscotch. Ah. Oh, we can also loot this guy. And these guys.
A veritable mosaic of conflict stands ahead, Commander. I propose we smash our way through.
Wait, where was the... Okay, yeah, there's enemies in there. Was this where... Yeah, this is where they were...
Takes all sorts.
None shall stand against us.
Oh, sorry, I was shooting at one of my friends. Go, Tristan. Batter up. Is that it? Is that it? Or are you guys pointing your guns at each other? Okay, so this is the mess hall. What the hell? Oh, it's a healing bot. Okay. Why is there no food here? Oh, okay. Alright, so this was actually not that worth it. But... you know, whatever. We're gonna loot shit. Because we can. Maybe there's a tossball card in here. Cigarette lighter. Junka. Placid Waters Wellnitarium welcomes you. I don't know what that was I picked up. Okay. This is not openable. Okay. And then the other ones are probably the bathroom, right? That scared me. That scared the hell out of me. Thanks for the stuff. I don't need help, actually, so I'm not even going to talk to you. This is the bathroom. Alright, so that's what I came back for, I guess. Yeah, this is basically where I came through from, right? But I could just take the lift instead of going through all this stuff since I killed everything now. Okay. Anything useful in there? There looks like a plasma pistol. Unless it's like fully automatic though, it's not gonna actually like... I have perks that like give me more damage the more I fire at things, so... Scientist Clarence Kung.
Are you meddling where you should not be? Cannot abide a meddler. Come here at once.
Well, at least he stopped. There.
Look at the size of the rift mod.
Well, I grabbed something, whatever that was. Or just followed him.
Not without commandeering. Let us see what we can unearth.
Courageous. Oh. Ow. Bruh, he's just going. I like violence.
Ready to assist with Aegis health needs.
Oh, there was a guy behind us. Okay. I'm better at shooting through bars than you are. Oh! Yeah, I know this is taking a while. Nani, kore? Hi. All right. I think everyone else is. What? That's an automech worker. That doesn't really matter.
Emergency protocols ready.
Are you firing? What are you firing at? What are you fighting? Oh. Yay, my gun leveled up. Oh, thank you. Whoa. There's at least one other turret, right? Oh. Oh, yep, Tristan found it. All right. Nice jump. Why am I stuck? Ooh, those have long rounds? Let's go loot those. I guess we could have been sneaky.
Don't hurt me. Just take the key card.
All right, I've got his key card.
Accessing report. Rift restoration analysis.
Sorry, I'm being kind of a coward if you ask me.
Scientist Monserrate. Marked for delivery to Consul Thoreau.
Esteemed Consul, after much analysis, my conclusion is that the modulator we have worked tirelessly to build will not function as intended when used for reconstituting matter from rifts. Every test of reconstitution has resulted in demonstrable failure. Proceeding as we are now with Horizon Point Station will surely lead to severe, unanticipated consequences. The modulator is only effective at closing rifts from unsafe distances. Using it to close exacerbated rifts will certainly lead to the destruction of any vessel carrying it. Unfortunately, the data that we originally had hoped for from the ancient rifts detected in the far reaches of space untouched by humanity has not yielded any of its secrets. And we are now out of time. All of our recent readings suggest that we're on the verge of losing control of this rift. I recommend diverting from our current plan before it is too late for 𝐒𝐭𝐫𝐿. I've included extensive notes and annotations appended to the modulator schematics to substantiate these conclusions. I know you will guide us wisely, my dear Consul.
Big cartridge with rift modulator schematics.
The rifts have spawned from unknown reaches? This is more dire than I surmised. But at least we have the means to combat them now. Our work here is not done. We must confront the Consul before anything can come to fruition regarding these schematics or the rift modulator.
What he said. Hi. All right, save. I'm going to take a real quick break, grab another drink. So I think it feels like we're closing in towards the end game. I'll be right back. Oh, I didn't pause the game. Good thing I didn't get shot at or anything. I'm back, by the way. All right. Oh, there was no stair there. Okay. Oh, okay, yeah. You're fine. All right. Command deck. Yeah, be sneaky. We gotta be sneaky, okay? Okay, guy with big hammer, we're gonna be sneaky. Why are you a ghost? What happened? Are you just too close to me? I guess so.
Look at you, here before me. Surprised you could outrun these new legs of mine.
Nice
They're what
legs.
Everyone's going to be wearing next fall. Well, I'm here now. Where's the rift modulator?
Downstairs, but I have the schematics. We can't operate the modulator until we control the ship.
So Consul Thoreau has everything directly under his control. I'd say that's remarkably competent for the Protectorate, but he is the one who's been pulling their strings all along. Did you find anything else of note?
Some intel. Apparently rifts have been found in space where humanity has never been.
Wait, what? But rifts are caused by skip drive travel. Human-piloted skip drive travel. How is that possible?
This only proves one thing. Aliens exist. Honestly, I don't really give a shit. I'm just as in the dark as you are, but I'm keen to find out more.
You're the one in the dark. I'm simply musing aloud. Much as I'm intrigued by the significance of all this, there's no time to dwell on it now. We need to confront the Consul. You might be savvy enough to talk him down, but his type requires a deft touch. You'll need to break him down brick by brick. If you're too adversarial, he'll simply shut down.
Well, why don't you come along? I could talk about his people losing faith in his leadership. Nothing gives me a bigger thrill than breaking someone's spirit. So you're saying I shouldn't shoot him on sight?
Well, I can't control what you do, dear. As much as I might wish I could. But if you do start a fight, you best be equipped to finish it.
You may try to reason with the Consul, but I suspect it is a worthless effort. Traitors typically only realize their errors through force.
The more we debate, the more time...
Whoa, where'd you come from?
We must resupply and shore up whatever defenses we have quickly. And if you've something to say to any of us, Commander, I suggest you say it while you have the chance. No telling what awaits us beyond that door.
How'd she get here? Well, I guess the auntie came here as well, so... Let's look at... What is this? Important updates. Intruder alert. Change of command. New access procedures. Is that it? Okay. Bomb, 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 bomb. 120. I can buy all the rockets. I'll buy half of them. Is this his bedroom?
Redactor Essman. Very punctual, good. Don't take a seat. This will be quick. My sentinels tell me you have some interesting ideas. Oh, easy. No need to break into a sweat. Interesting ideas can be useful in the
Honorable to the last.
Especially now
The Consul will pay. He will pay most dearly.
we may need our own version of their pacifying doctrine.
Oh, so I do have a germ of an idea. A less grand version of the grand plan. Instead of atoms and particles and such, it's made up of us. All doing our part, like...
It's made of people.
Interesting. A system where every subject believes they have a role to play. Enthusiastic obedience. Why, the Sovereign and I were thinking of this very thing. What should we call it?
Well, I'm not sure. It's still just a germ of a concept, of a hint of an idea, you see. It's a whole new way of thinking. A new model of society. Quite the paradigm shift.
All right.
This rift business is all over. I'm going to bill someone the cost of my valuable time.
I'd say it's been an honor, but, well, suppose we both know better by now.
My staff will personally see to your well-being.
That's all? You encourage us to talk to you guys?
Don't go getting all weepy on me now. We'll see each other again later. That is, unless we don't.
We'll succeed in our mission, Commander. We must.
Alright, sure. Alright, saved again. Here, console.
Never would I ever have believed 𝐒𝐿𝐵𝐿 herself would walk through that door. But I haven't time to linger in the novelty. Sentinels, if you would.
Do I appear like someone afraid of a few guns? Give it up, Emery. You've lost this war. Have some dignity. You're coming off desperate.
On the contrary, this desperate action is what will save all of Arcadia and rid it forever of trespassers like you.
Stop using the rift modulator now. I do whatever I damn please. You also claim you were saving the Sovereign when he stabbed him in the back. Well, that's not a very nice way to greet a guest.
You are less a guest and more of an invasive species, Commander. One that I will cull in short order. Yes, I know well who you are. In any other situation, I might be compelled to take you apart and see how precisely it is you operate, but time, it would seem, isn't on your side. You are a relic of an impotent institution, propelled forward by nothing more than luck and foolhardy metal.
And then there's you. And also my breaking and entering skills. You really ought to beef up security, by the way.
Indeed. Rarely are there enough measures to keep the most tenacious of sprats from gnawing their way in.
Are you just like insulting,
closely, you know,
like
since you so
for fun?
Unceremoniously tampered with our Vox relay on Paradise Island. When you began your dealings with the Order and the Corporatists, I thought that perhaps having a chaotic element in their midst could work in our favor. But now you're here, scurrying around my ship and attempting to thwart the Protectorate yet again.
Your ship, huh? Could have sworn I saw the Sovereign's name on it.
You think yourself clever, don't you? The Sovereign is indisposed, leaving myself as the sole custodian of Arcadia. What's his is mine. And the victory I inevitably clench over you.
Do I want to talk him out of this, or do I want to shoot him in the face?
Even if he's not here to bask in it.
Then I hope you're ready for disappointment. I never lose.
Unbecoming when you can't make good on your promises, Commander. Tell me, did you manage to stop us from bringing your peace talks to a swift end? As I recall, Greater Tranquility was reduced to little more than mangled ruins in a single moment.
You used the peace talks as a test run for this.
It was a modest success. I had hoped it'd hobble Auntie's choice in the Order once and for all, but it has proven to be a valuable lesson in patience. I was able to buy the time to enact the very plan before you. Though, judging from that vacant expression on your face, it would appear you've no idea what I intend.
Wow. So we're just casually admitting to war crimes now.
It's only a crime in your estimation. When one clenches a decisive victory, who among the living would dare complain about the methodology? Using the very rift modulator on this ship, we will destroy Arcadia and edit the information stored within the resulting rift, all to reshape our
Wow.
into its perfect form.
That's crazy
Horizon
balls.
Point's destruction all those years ago was a tragedy, yes, but without it, we might never have opened our eyes to our true purpose and the possibility of Arcadia's rebirth. When the matriarch discovered the first skip drive, she set us on a course to elevate humanity. We're now writing our path, and I will do my part as the architect intended.
I already know that the matriarch didn't invent skip drives. Why is that relevant?
Intrepid, aren't you? Well, what's relevant is what came after. Our matriarch dissected this skip drive technology, learned its secrets, and enabled us to produce them en masse, which eventually led to the manifestation of rifts. But it was not until well after Horizon Point's untimely end that we understood the opportunity gifted us. The opportunity to reconstruct the colony in its perfect form.
It's kind of not working.
As the Grand Architect designed. And believe you me, I've no intention of letting you thwart our securing of a better future. One free of doubt and greed.
You're reconstructing it. I kind of don't think it's going to be free of doubt and greed, you greedy fucking bastard. I know you think your plan is the right one, but you'll reconsider if you hear me out. It'll be difficult to reconsider. The rift kills you, and it will if you don't stop.
Beware, Commander. The Consul is a master manipulator. Trying to speak with him may be more dangerous than simply slaying him on the spot.
You're entirely out of your jurisdiction. And were I within reach, I would strike down this apostate dog myself. If you wish for me to entertain your argument, you will silence him.
I need you to stand down, at least for now.
Plan. I trust you to see it through, but I shall keep a hand on my hammer throughout.
It's your time that's running out, not mine. So go on, tell me all the ways I'm wrong. Better yet, tell the whole room how His Eminence, the Sovereign, was wrong. This was originally his plan, after all. I am merely a partner seeing it carried out.
Oh, what is this? Oh, there was something I needed to find. Okay.
So you say. But you've yet to deliver any compelling evidence.
Though it matters not, you've little chance of swaying me. I am doing what I must to restore this colony to what our matriarch envisioned. Free of war, strife, heresy. You will not distract me from taking what is owed to us.
But you won't be saving this colony. Everything around Constitute will be brought back wrong.
What is your definition of wrong? Have you anything substantial to back such a claim?
Look at this report from your chief scientist. You're losing control of the rift.
Well, the man was always a cynic. I find that attitude can skew results even more than a thumb on a scale.
So he doesn't believe his chief scientist.
One data point means little. The Protectorate was clearly meant to harness this power. Nothing you claim can disprove everything that points to this reality.
I've seen the Matriarch's writings. You have no idea what she envisioned.
I will not be lectured by an outsider. It's just like the Earth Directorate, or any other interloper, to claim to better know the customs of those they invade. Certainly if you had your way, you would claim Arcadia as yours, and rewrite history to suit your own aims.
No, the Matriarch's son rewrote history. He betrayed her wishes, and this is the result.
No, Reuben would not have gone against her. He was a stalwart protector of Arcadia to the end. We could all see his devotion. If he even attempted to bastardize the Protectorate cause, then we will have undone all of the Matriarch's work.
That is right. She also predicted that Pride would be the end of the Protectorate, and here we are.
She said as much in her correspondence with the first bishop, that the Arcadian experiment would only prevail so long as hubris was staved off. I have the record, if you wish to see it.
The Matriarch hid her feelings well. Such correspondence had been lost to us, I thought. And now it appears we have fallen prey to the very thing she warned of. But surely it cannot be possible that I've gotten this wrong. All your so-called arguments are pure hearsay.
You allow your resolve to be shaken when millions lie dead? If I had not traveled with the Commander, I would attempt to slay you on the spot. Instead, I shall appeal to any lingering remnant of your honor to do what is right.
Do you want me to applaud you for your restraint? No. It doesn't matter what proof you bring before me. I am following the grand plan, and I will be vindicated.
You will not be vindicated if you kill millions of your people, Consul. You can still do the right thing.
And leave the traitors and invaders alive? No! Death is the only way forward. It can only be
I think this is going to come to shooting. I don't think I found enough stuff to stop him from going crazy, crazy land. If you're wrong, you will destroy everything you claim to love. Nothing is worth that risk.
Claim? If you cannot see the truth of my devotion written plain, then now I see why you are against me so. But you are wrong about the risk. We are losing this war. It is inevitable. The victors will brutally subdue us until we become corrupted. Until we forget our principles, our history, the very core of who we are. It is better that we perish together as proud protectorate.
Wow, crazy balls.
Preserving our purity is a mercy. More than that, is it not love?
Your people will choose to go on living. If you love them, put them first for once.
What use is living if your very framework for existence is in jeopardy? Oh, Matriarch, guide me. I think I see now.
Is it going more crazy?
The Matriarch spoke of this in her writings. The follies of focusing so deeply on such a framework and losing sight of its pieces. And I fear I have.
Wait, did we talk him down?
There may yet be other ways to save my beloved Arcadia, but I cannot be the one to see them to their completion. I surrender.
What?
What? Oh, by the Matriarch.
Too late.
It seems we have a problem. The rift has... well, it has nearly destabilized completely. And the modulator cannot close it in its current state from a safe distance. Destruction of Arcadia is imminent. Architect, help us.
Nonsense. There must be a way.
Though, given your tenacity in preventing bloodshed, I don't believe you'll appreciate it. A chance yet remains. We must bring the modulator as close to the rift as possible. However, when the rift folds in on itself, this ship and its operator will not survive.
Are you sure there isn't just an off button? Maybe something you can unplug?
I'm not surprised your arrogance put us in this position. Even less surprised that you're now looking around, asking who will suffer to get us out of it.
Let me be clear. I am not placing this burden upon your shoulders. This was my doing. And so it is my responsibility to set things right. I will give you time to vacate the ship. When you are clear, I will fly it into the rift myself. You are right. Arcadia will find its way without me.
Are you trying to be noble or are you taking the coward's way out? I don't think this is a good idea. It's the least you could do.
I am not trying to be anything. This is my responsibility alone. Think what you wish of me, but this is something I will never shirk from.
I will accompany him and ensure all goes as planned. It's only right that I complete the very mission I came here for.
Absolutely not. You probably blow up this ship before it gets to the rift. Then go. There's no... Wait, no!
Thank you, Commander. Perhaps in this, I might achieve vindication.
Then it is settled. We will see this work done.
You're saving us all from the rifts and from yourself. That's the win in my book. This doesn't absolve you of what you've done, DeVries.
No. And there are easier ways to seek forgiveness, Commander. What I do today, I do for the good of all.
Goodbye, Agent DeVries. This unit will remember you until its core logic unit is replaced or suffers a catastrophic system error.
Let's get on with it then.
Get off the tentacle ship. Oh, and it popped all the rest of them, too. Went off stream, were you able to talk about? Yep, I did.
In the end, when the consul was faced with the undeniable errors in his logic, he chose to save Arcadia by closing the rift himself. He died hoping his sacrifice might make up for the disastrous decisions he had made. Augustine de Vries did not even have that hope left in her final moments. She knew nothing would make up for her actions. But at least she'd not have to live with her guilt any longer. Thanks to the commander's quick thinking in sparing it from the Vox station's fiery crash, Paradise Island's Fairfield remained a profitable company town for Auntie's Choice. For his outside-the-box thinking and innovative propaganda techniques, D.B. Milver Street was promoted, while rival officer cars seethed at her lack of upward mobility, or even bronze-tier executive benefits. Vigilant Hogarth, now acclimated to Fairfield, leaned on the protectorate ideals of neighborliness, while overlooking all the authoritarian tactics, so he might help the Order to succeed with the equation. Auntie's Choice assumed control over the day-to-day workings of Matriarch's Mercy, the better to monitor their new colleagues in the Order. The monastery, however, returned to normal operation, tracking the clockwork of the grand plan. The monastery's abbot became a scapegoat for recent tragic events, having not detected Wiley's dastardly schemes. His superiors demoted him, mainly to show their corporatist allies that academics could keep their people in line too.
Well, he was kind of a
Seeing
bastard.
Wiley fled the Order and sought refuge in a backwater Arcadian town to contemplate his failings. As word of the Exeer's arrival spread, people lined up for predictions. Forsaking the math that failed him, he offered obvious yet effective advice instead. Archivist Victor Clemens, having survived his encounter with the commander and manipulation by de Vries, ended up working as a janitor for Auntie's Choice, living a life of menial simplicity. After defending Fort Endurance against a fierce Mantisaur attack, Executive Warchek was awarded a commendation for profit-securing stalwartness, as well as promotion to regional manager. He eventually passed peacefully in his sleep at the scientifically astounding age of 6. Val continued to serve the commander of the Incognito faithfully for many more years than should be possible, giving automechs like her everywhere a reputation as stable and reliable. As a result, more Valerie units were put into service, while fewer human agents were deployed into the field. As he rose through the Earth Directorate ranks, Niles pressed for a field directive to deploy the new Val units only when the situation posed significant risk. The policy reduced agent casualties by a significant margin. Oddly enough, in-office deaths increased by a not insignificant margin. Agent Niles Ibarra achieved the rank of commander, earning renown as a formidable agent, unafraid to challenge the status quo within the Earth Directorate.
Good for him.
He recruited his friend Zebulon Tran to the Earth Directorate, a gesture of gratitude for not airing the Directorate's dirty laundry. Together, they vowed to reform the agency from within, so it might never again bargain with authoritarian governments. Ultimately, Niles rose to the position of Secretary General. His term saw the Earth Directorate at its most popular, or, in the eyes of corporations and tyrannical governments, most feared. Inez's convincing appeals to the press earned her clout in reforming Auntie's Choice's cruel grafting program. Yet it was a constant struggle, rife with red tape and pushback from program executives. This was Inez's new battle, one she would fight for the rest of her life. Utilizing what he learned alongside the commander, Tristan attempted to reform Protectorate society from within. But with no authority figure to lead its subjects, the Protectorate was a shell of its former self. After thoughtful cogitation and calculation, Marisol slowly began to reject violence as the sole method for eliminating random variables. Not coincidentally, her social calendar began filling up. Asa finally achieved her dream of dying in a rift. All it took was a daring and blood-soaked heist of a modulator to create a rift that she then summarily leapt into. Thus, Asa remained a fanatical member of the Glorious Dawn, spreading the truth of the rifts to her final agonized breath. With the modulator schematic shared as joint intellectual property, Auntie's Choice and the Order's partnership remained steady, despite the need for constant compromise. For a time, the Arcadia colony thrived. Auntie Cleo went through the motions of accommodating the Order, yet privately aspired to keep free trade anything but free. She began a new initiative. Any corporation or government that refused her trade conditions was promptly dealt with, either via takeover or strategic use of rifts. Auntie made her first public appearance in years, inspiring a fashion trend in bubble helmets. In no time at all, she won more public support than Ruth, which she sought to use as leverage when the time was right. Adrift without firm leadership, Protectorate subjects struggled with post-war life. A small band of hardliners collaborated to preserve their society in the face of Arcadia's new leadership. When Sovereign Varric was discovered in mental refreshment, the Order and Auntie's Choice bickered over what to do with him. They ultimately decided to announce his death, while letting him live the rest of his addled days behind closed doors aboard the undisputed claim. Until one day, Amos stumbled upon the Sovereign's private quarters and freed him, rocking the colony with a brief scandal. Despite the recent tumultuous events in Arcadia, it was business as usual for Free Market Station. Sub Rosa continued to supply the colony in the wake of the commander's actions. Unable to die in their sacred rift after it was closed, the Glorious Dawn heeded a new calling, seeking the modulators needed to create new rifts, so that they could die in those instead. The rift compromise between the Order and Auntie's Choice led to prioritized assistance for the colonies that agreed to favorable trading terms. The so-called Auntie's Loyalty Program tripled the corporation's net worth. Meanwhile, the Order was able to sermonize their version of scientism alongside Auntie's marketing and PR onslaught, at least to colonies in Auntie's Loyalty Program. Many outside died because their rifts weren't closed in time. All of these events turned on the decisive actions of the Earth Directorate agent and their unique way of navigating Arcadia, its disparate factions, social complexities, ubiquitous product placement, an arsenal of absurdly satisfying weaponry. But through it all, and to this day, Earth has remained inexplicably dark.
Is that it? Oh, here comes the credits. Yay. Unsurprisingly, it wasn't necessarily a happy ending. I wonder if the ending's actually better if you just side with the Order. Ah. Okay. I'm not sure necessarily, like, it's not the worst ending. I don't know how much of these things actually are, like, I mean, the very first part with the Consul and DeVries, like, because you could actually probably, like, kill either of them, like, but I don't know how much of the rest of the stuff is actually affected by any of the stuff that you do in the game. Because I'm not sure you can really do anything to stuff like Free Market Station. So, but yeah, that was enjoyable. That means we can head off into the next thing next after this. But yeah, I mean, looking back on it, and I've mentioned this before, it's very interesting because I I don't know. I went into this actually just thinking that I just played it a time or two, and it ended up being kind of like one of the, you know, tentpole games for my stream for like the last several months. I don't think I expected to actually like it as much as I did. When I first started playing, I didn't really like it too much because the RPG elements are a little lighter on this. But I think the story elements are a little more tightly stitched than the first game. Although the first game, one of the DLCs was really good. But yeah, it's been a long journey. Although, really, honestly speaking, I think it's just a little over 50 hours or so is what this playthrough clocked in at, which is medium shortish, I guess, probably, in my opinion. But yeah, it's kind of crazy that it's over. This is only like what? Like, I think this is only like of the longer games. What have I finished on stream? This, Yakuza 0. Dredge isn't that long, so that probably doesn't count. So this is actually probably like the second longer. You know, Yakuza 0, I think is something like, was like 30 or 40 hours, something like that. But maybe it was closer to 50. Because I think it was almost as many streams, if not as many streams. This was the 12th stream of this. So yeah, I don't know. There's parts about it that it would be nice if it felt like you like there was a lot of the game is actually kind of like on guardrails. I mean, I think you can like basically you're like the major choices throughout a lot of this, as far as actually the storyline goes, is whether you just actually go in and kill everybody or talk people out of stuff. There's a remarkable amount of these. I think they're like of all these things. Like there was the very first boss fight, which is really hard, which is the only one that I couldn't actually. Maybe one or two others, but that first one was the one that I definitely could not talk him out of fighting, and so I ended up fighting, and that was part of the reason why I've been a little more adverse to fighting my way out, because the boss fights are that first boss fight was pretty nasty, and like there was a lot of cussing involved. So yeah, it's interesting because like I think at that point in time when I had just finished that part, it was unlikely that I would have actually, at that point in time, it was unlikely that I would have wanted to keep playing the game. But I think in the next session or so, it's started growing on me. Yeah, and I don't know. Like, do you have games like, I haven't played it yet, but something like Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, where there's a lot there. I guess part of it is that this is like, there's a lot of pseudo open world movements and stuff like that, but this is really what you would probably consider an open world RPG. The actual, like, I guess you kind of can, because there's a lot of the side quests and things like that you can explore or ignore, but there's only so much player agency that's involved in how the narrative actually ends up being. I don't know, I guess like outside of Kingdom Come Deliverance, I don't know if anyone can think of any other games. It's been a while since there's been ones where you actually like, it makes such a big difference. Like, there's a lot of games where it's just like, well, there's the bad ending and you die or something like that, and then there's the good ending and maybe a true ending or something like that. But not sure if there are that many developers that are putting out something like that. I mean, part of it's because it's kind of hard to actually like piece something together like that and have a really polished product. But this is long credits. People advisor, senior people advisor. Workplace Experience Manager. Yeah, I think I enjoyed my time with it, but honestly, I think part of the reason why I started enjoying my time with it is that the game system, the actual combat system, started to click with some of the perks later on. And the gunplay is pretty smooth in this. Or basically kind of like, I think the way that it was kind of handled, as opposed to some RPGs where it's just like, oh, you know, you have a low gun skill, so your reticle moves around a lot, or the bullets don't actually fly to where you're actually aiming them or something like that. A lot of it in this one actually I think had to do with like just how much damage you did. If you didn't have like the firearm skill, basically the gun skill just directly scaled your damage. And so that when spec'd into that and that started clicking, I think that started feeling a lot better. Oh, in memoriam. Someone thanking their puppy. Yeah, I think that's basically kind of what saved it for me when I realized that the companions, I think that's probably one of the weaker parts of the game is that the companion stories are okay. They're not awful. But they're not particularly deep, but it's not like most of these characterizations are particularly deep in this game. But I think once the story itself was, I think when we were actually like going after DeVries for a while, that felt more like kind of the vengeance arc, and that felt kind of satisfying and like going along. But then that was like maybe 2/3 of the game or something like that, before the potential boss fight with DeVries, which I ended up, in the game talking her down. But yeah, I think if the combat hadn't end up feeling as satisfying as it did, I probably wouldn't have continued as long as I did. Probably wouldn't have been. That was kind of the saving grace, because the systems, the actual RPG underpinning, the actual systems weren't that spectacular. The perks were interesting as soon as you actually started realizing how to actually use them to put it into a combat build. And actually, like, once I actually leaned into the combat build and realized I'm not going to be able to do much else except maybe pick locks and talk a little bit. You couldn't have a jack of all trades at all in this game. And it's just not possible. You just don't have enough skill points to actually be competent in enough things to actually make it worthwhile. And the fact that the customization, air quotes, customization, and complete lack of equipment for the companions kind of made them feel a little flatter too. But for a sequel that had a decent first game, a bit disappointing. It wasn't better. Yeah, and I think part of it is I think a lot of it definitely is it's a different edge that they were doing, right? It's a different line that they were towing on this one. This one definitely became more like a Western console RPG. Like, this sits on, like, if you look at Fallout New Vegas, and which sits at the end of like on one end of the spectrum with deep story, very dark, and a lot of systems. The original Outer Worlds, I think, is a little closer, like a little not quite at that end of the spectrum, but much closer. It's kind of like it's like just a little less, I think, than Fallout New Vegas. I think Fallout New Vegas was like, it was just massive. And then I think they did Obsidian do Knights of the Old Republic, the old RPGs as well? They were on Xbox. Those are actually pretty big too. And ironically, it had a lot more RPG underpinnings than this game did. I can see being disappointed in it because, like, and originally I was too, honestly, and in some ways I still am, because this ended up feeling more like an action game with a narrative in a lot of ways. And there were different ways that you can, I mean, it was probably like, and Roger actually mentioned it earlier, I think it's like almost like System Shock versus actual like Fallout, you know what I mean? That it isn't as much really an RPG. It's an action game with RPG elements. That's basically what we have here. I mean, it's a little more into RPG elements than some other, you know, it's got more RPG elements than like Yakuza, say, for instance, or like, you know, the mainline Yakuza games. But yeah. But I can see it's just like, yeah, if people were to ask me about it, I would probably say that, like, you know, I would not necessarily consider this that much of a, like, it would be action first RPG, maybe third, fourth, something like that. Yeah. No, I think there are parts that this game did better than the first game. And I know some reviewers actually liked the Outer Worlds 2 better than they liked the original one. The first one was a little, I think there were some rushed parts about it. I think it was more ambitious. Definitely much more, like I said, much more RPG oriented. It is firmly in that side close to Fallout New Vegas in terms of the RPG versus action game spectrum. And this one is probably halfway past the center towards the action game versus the RPG side. But there are definitely parts where I think it was more consistent in its writing, I think. And I think it was a little more consistent in the way that it connected things. The interworking elements of the game, I think, were maybe not necessarily more well thought out, but I think they were more well fleshed, and I think they were more well realized than the first game. And that's we're like, you know, like kind of cutting subjective hairs here, right? This is all subjective. I mean, from an objective point, I think the main thing is that this isn't really that much of an RPG. Just because from an objective point, you can look at the systems. And so that makes it a weird one. And it's not quite as much of a whiplash as, like, you know, like Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines versus Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2. Which kind of had a similar thing where the first game was very much an RPG. And the second game, Bloodlines, was a little more on the non-RPG side than even this was, though. So, but I can see where that would be one of the things where you're basically using the name, and in the case of Bloodlines, I think it was like a much more egregious that it's like you couldn't even really call it a spiritual successor or anything like that, because it was like there was almost no RPG elements to Bloodlines 2, and there's very little like agency that you could actually like change anything. There's very little. It was all on rails from what I saw. There were some things that you can do a little differently, but not a whole lot. This one was like, you know, Outer Worlds 2 is a little less on rails. So there's that. Yeah. Oh my god. Okay, we're going through all the little minor studios that helped. Can we skip? Is there any post game thing?
Congrats on reaching the ending. Well, an ending. Plenty more where that came from. How about another go? Additional playthroughs don't cost nothing. Yet.
Yeah, I don't know. Do we want to go back and kill him? Kill the console? Nah, that's okay. I think it's almost 10 o'clock. I think that's a good place to be. I might look online to see what some of the other options are. Like how things could have changed, how the endings change. So maybe my earlier comments about things being kind of a little like not having a whole lot of agency in this game might not be correct. I might be wrong. But yeah, I think that's probably enough for tonight, and probably enough for this. I think we're able to actually finally put a cherry on the top of this game and call it done. So that's another playthrough done, folks. That's another game done and into the library. Yeah. And that actually works out because normally on Wednesdays we would be doing like Wildcard Wednesday is kind of what I call it in my head, where it's a variety of different games. Maybe we'll do Observation Duty because like we definitely have more of that to play. Yeah, my tracking is doing some weird things. I don't know what's happening. Let's see if I can calibrate it. Okay. Maybe that's a little better. Nah, maybe not. I'll wiggle with it later. I think there might be something weird with the some of the curves. But yeah, so another game done, folks. And with that, we'll probably talk about what the next game will be. I'm actually thinking about BioShock. I'm leaning strongly towards BioShock as the next main game. There was something else that was coming out at the end of January that I wanted to maybe take a look at. And I'm not sure if that's something like I might do like Wednesday streams of that one. And then that might become a main game, but I'll have to take a look. I can't remember what it is now. Like there's been too much stuff happening in life right now that my brain's not quite working. But yeah, thanks for hanging out, everyone. Let's poke around and see. I don't know if there's anyone to raid. Wow, there's very few of the smaller streamers that I follow that are actually on right now. So we're gonna raid 𝐂𝐫𝐞. He's not a small streamer by any stretch of the mind, but he's playing Arc Raiders, so people can take a look at Arc Raiders and chill with him. He is good peeps. I don't know why. For some reason, he's mainly a Valorant streamer, but for whatever reason, most of the time now that I raid him and things like that, or when I pop into his and watch his stream, he's playing Arc Raiders. So maybe he's now an Arc Raiders streamer. Anyway, thanks for hanging out, everyone. Hope you enjoyed the playthrough. Stick around. We'll have more coming up. That's it for the Outer Worlds 2. I don't really... Whoa, where'd that tongue come from? I don't really think that I'm going to go ahead and try to like do other endings and stuff like that. So that'll probably be it. We'll start the next game probably next week. We'll think about what it is. All right, folks, take care. Have a great rest of your Monday and be well. Bye-bye. And we're going to also raid out on Twitch. Bye-bye.